Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios. It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks at least, probably 3 weeks since I did that big silly video, a day in my life. And firstly, I just want to touch upon that. Thank you everybody who left so many great comments and things. The video took a long time. It took 3 full days to make. And was it worth it? Well, you be the judge. If you enjoyed it, then it was absolutely worth it. I got, about 4 or 5 times the normal views that I would get on a normal video. Not enough to sort of vault me into the stratosphere of YouTubers, but look, I think it was a good one to do, and I'd like to do another one in the future. Maybe let's do 1 or 2 of them every year because, ultimately, I am not a YouTuber. I'm a game developer who makes YouTube videos. And, the difference is the production quality more than anything. Look, anyway, today I want to show you what's been going on with Tower Shield because right now, as you guys know, that is my main focus, game dev wise. And the last few weeks, I've been really busy. If you checked out last week's video, there was a pure gameplay video because I was so busy I didn't have time to appear on camera. But today I'm going to show you more gameplay and show off the Knight and the Valkyrie, as we can see there. The 2 new characters who just went in this week. We're going to test them out, and I'm also going to show you a few of the other new updates in the game, quality of life things, little bits of polish and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's jump into Tower Shield. All right, here we are. Welcome to Tower Shield. Okay, first thing you'll probably notice, new music. The music has changed, and we've got a little extra screen here with Discord, Facebook, Twitter. X gonna give it to you, YouTube. I'd like to maybe add a Twitch support to the game potentially as well. Let me know if that's something you want in the comments, like in a little Twitch chat window. I don't know how useful that would be, but it's something that possibly I can do. Over here, there are actually feedback and wishlist on Steam buttons. Feedback for when the demo comes out. This will actually allow you to email me with any sort of feedback and bug reports and things, which is really important in the demo phase. Demo hopefully coming out, I'm guessing in the next 2 or 3 weeks if all goes well. First of all on itch and then on Steam. Okay, in the settings, we have, you've seen this before, but you've got your graphics options, turn your shader on and off, dynamic orthographic camera, full screen on and off. I'll add more of those. I think screen shake. Oh yeah, I need to add that in as well because I just added screen shake to the game. Sound options. You can have the text blip on, that kind of stuff. Turn the music up and down as you need to. All pretty useful and all controllable with the keyboard and the joystick and so on. Game options have also, you can reset things, use the keyboard and the mouse, or use the joystick. Custom shield position just allows you to set where you want your character to start. Anyway, enough of that malarkey. Let's get on with the game itself. Yeah, so let's pause the video for a sec. Okay, space to start. We have 569 gold in the vault. As you can see there, the dungeon is now locked. You might have seen the dungeon picture before, but the dungeon is locked, and that is going to represent a new gameplay mode, which will just be the dungeon component. I've decided to move the sort of the gauntlet style dungeon stuff into the tower, so every 5th level will become a dungeon running kind of game, which will be pretty fun, which is like a really light sort of Diablo style game, way lighter than Diablo, but that sort of think of Gauntlet, basically Gauntlet 2. Go and look that one up. But the dungeon will be purely that, and there'll be another mode called the pit, which is going to be only the tower platform stuff. So they'll be coming to the game later, but for now they're locked off. We have the Forge, of course, which you've probably seen with its various updates. I added a little sort of white sheen around buttons. We could buy some of these things, increase the armor, reduce the special power cooldowns, that kind of thing. We won't buy those now because I actually want to spend this money on 2 new heroes. So, Xena Barbarian, Rogue Priest, but welcome to the Knight and the Valkyrie. The Knight is a valiant and brave armored hero. The Valkyrie is a fierce shield maiden from the north. Let's hire them both, 200 each. 200 for you. 400 for the Valkyrie. Okay, so, alright, because the price goes up with every new hero you hire. Who knew, right? So I'm going to do a quick playthrough, come back and get a bit of extra money, and then we will reconvene in 1 second. While we wait for me to accumulate that extra gold in that run, I just want to give a quick shout out to my merry band of Patreon supporters: Tommy Hill, Neighbor Jack, Dane Summono, Daniel Funchess, Brandon K, Piputch, Noah Gudajan, X Up Omega, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Hopeless, and Michael Babb. You guys are the best. Thank you for supporting me and Whiskeybarrel Studios in my game development quest. Things are going to be interesting in the next few years, and I'll talk about that in a future video. And if you'd like to be a patron, first of all, if you'd like to be a Patreon, that would make your day. Of course it would. Again, the armor always pop up. But yeah, it's going to be interesting in the years ahead, and we'll talk about that soon. But if you're a patron, you get a Steam key for this and basically any of my games going forward. You get weekly newsletters, and you get any other goodies that I can throw your way. And it helps me out as a solo developer, and you have my thanks and my axe. All right, thanks to the magic of television, I have unlocked the Valkyrie and the Knight, as you can see here at the tavern. The Valkyrie, the fierce shield maiden from the north, and the Knight, the valiant and brave armored hero. So when we go to the tower now, firstly let me show you what's new in the tower. When you first play, you get an option to do the tutorial. Once you've done it, played through once, you can start at level 1. You can go back and do the tutorial if you wish, but from now on you start at level 1. And then every 10 levels, so level 11, 21, 31, and so on, you unlock shortcuts for a price. So if you wanted to start at level 1, it might cost you 20 gold, 40 gold for level 21, and so on and so on. But that will just make your runs quicker in the future if you want to sort of, just test your luck with higher skilled characters as you progress through the tower, rather than starting off at the lower levels. Let's start off at level 1 because that's the only option really. Okay, we have 2 knights there. That's random, but you can see here when you randomize the Valkyrie and the Barbarian, who was already unlocked, random options we can have. But let's customize our party. 2 heroes. You can get 3 heroes when you reach level 10 at the moment. I got 2 heroes by reaching level 5, and then little pop-up says, hey, well done, 2 heroes unlocked. You start off with just 1 when the game begins, but let's go with 2. We'll go with the Knight and the Valkyrie. For some reason their little pop-up here isn't changing. That's weird. That's okay. Their stats are still work in progress, but Knight and a Valkyrie. Let's begin. Now I still haven't tweaked these guys too much yet, so they're supposed to be that the Valkyrie is good at range and the Knight is good at protection. But let's show you his protection function. So he's not taking damage because he has his special shield on, and that's quite a powerful little skill. The game's actually pretty hard now. And the Valkyrie's special, watch this, is stun. So as these guys come out, I can stun them. So they're not taking, they're not attacking the shield, they're not doing any damage. That only lasts for a little while, but it's quite a cool power. And back to the Red Knight using his protection ability. He doesn't take any damage and can still hurt those guys, so it's quite cool. One thing you'll notice in the top corner, the little logo now has a stopwatch under it, which tells you how your run time basically pauses when the game is paused. But if you're doing speed runs of the game and so on, you'll have your own probably clock, but this might help you just sort of just tell you how your run is going. Also useful in the dungeon where it isn't sort of 20-second based levels. The dungeon has its own sort of not really time-based system. Alright, Red Knight's level 2, do more melee damage, gain some gold, heal faster, improve chances of critical hits. Let's do more melee damage. Okay. So I've also added a little screen shake, so when the tower takes a bit of damage, which is going to take soon now, real soon, my English is not so good today, you'll start seeing it, when it gets, it's a little screen shake, subtle, you can turn that off, or you will be able to, but right now it's actually, I wasted my protection. Alright, Angry Ramblings. Here is a Dwarven Armourer. I've been watching your group fight for a while now. You're all as soft and weak. All as soft and weak as what? I need to fix that copy up. I can teach one of you to drop your enemies faster for 40 gold. He'll step up. A terrible Scottish accent. Right, for 40 gold, we can get something good. So the Valkyrie can afford it. The Red Knight can't afford it, so he's pop-up doesn't appear there. So every 3 levels you're going to see these cool little things. Right now there's about 10 of them, but I'm planning on having 30 or 40, lots of different options. Okay, the Drunken Viking shows Red Knight. It's supposed to be the Valkyrie. Bug? Okay, a few eye-watering brutal battle techniques. After a while he grows bored of the group. Throwing down a tankard of mead, he disappears. But Red Knight now has plus 3 critical hit chance, which is going to be good for doing that. Poor our Valkyrie. Oh no, Red Knight actually paid for it. That's weird, that was a bug. That should have gone to the Valkyrie, but anyway. But yeah, he's going to do more critical hits. He throws little daggers, and the Valkyrie throws chakras, which are like little frisbee things. And she is supposed to be a ranged demon. She's basically, super powerful with the demon. So we can gain some cold, gain some treasure, fully heal, increase enemy stun time. Let's increase stun time. All right. This is new. So every 5 levels, you're going to find this option here and choose a door. 2 doors appear before you. Which will you open? Left or right? If you go to the left door, you go into one dungeon map. If you go to the right door, you go into another dungeon map. And this is the sort of Diablo-style dungeons I was talking about. Yeah, look up Gauntlet 2 on YouTube, and that's what the game is basically going to be like. I haven't decided how these ones are going to be different. One might be harder, one might be easier. We shall see. But choosing one or the other, they're going to be preset maps as well. I don't think they're going to be procedurally generated. They might be. We'll see how we go. But right now, it doesn't do anything. It just goes straight to the next tower level. But that's how the game's going to be breaking up. 4 levels of this tower, and then a dungeon level, which will take, a minute or 2. Then back to 4 levels of the tower, then a boss battle, and so on. So you can see the game is starting to get a few little synergies and a little bit more depth to it, and there'll probably be, more surprises coming forward. So I hope that sounds exciting to you guys. Let's just choose a left door because neither of them is arbitrary at the moment. But yeah, cool little animation. Door opens, then they'd go in there. But for now, we're on level 6. The shield's taking a bit of damage. Let's stun our enemies so they can't do any damage. Heal someone a little bit. 4 enemies appearing. Knight, you're going to have to go up there and protect us. Everyone's fully healed though. We're doing okay. The shield's taking a bit of a hurt, but... So, improved. His crit hit chance is massive already. Let's get some treasure faster. Hit more enemies with melee attacks is a good one. So you can see that they are some cool new characters, new powers and so on. The protect is really powerful. The stun, I'm still working on. I don't know, I think it's effective for just like when you are basically worried about the, shield taking damage. Let's throw one of our chakras at there. That might be too powerful as well for length of time. Increase total health, heal faster. Okay, mithril for sale. Here's a Mr. T looking another dwarf who offers a 80 gold for a suit of armor that will keep you alive long after it does in the mud. I'm going to say the Valkyrie as well, but this will probably go to the Red Knight. Yeah, again, Red Knight. What's that about? I thought I'd fix that. Weird bug. Okay. Plus 3 dodge chance. The Red Knight is getting all the powers. Poor old green Valkyrie. But we're doing really well. I think we're going to make it to the boss. These characters are probably slightly overpowered at the moment, in fact. But wait till we get to the boss. We'll see how my famous last words. One thing I wanted to show you, probably might have seen it already, but you can, of course, change the camera, orthographic, dynamic. I showed that in the last video. If you want that sort of old school retro style and, the shader, that makes it fully look like an arcade game. It defaults the dynamic camera, of course. All right, back to the game. Okay, level 9. Valkyrie's updated her power that increased total health, crit, and heal faster. Cool. They're meant to be quick upgrades. You don't have to think too much about them. Oh, one other thing that's new as well. You get gold now for killing monsters. So you'll notice the little, when they kill a monster, they get a little 2 gold and that kind of thing. It appears. Which is, are you supposed to anyway? Are you getting that? I'm not sure they are. I'm doing a little bit of merging of classes at the moment, so there might be a few things that are supposed to be there. All right, here we go. Boss battle. Let's get more melee damage. Here's our boss, our Cyclops. Throw some chakras at him. Red Knight, you protect yourself while she heals. This is a really powerful ability, this protection against the boss. So I think almost with 4 knights that boss would be mincemeat, but without it, not so powerful. And she can, I think she can stun him. Let's see if she can. Stun? Yeah, he's stunned. That's good. So the stun works on the boss as well. Back to protect. I'm actually doing better than I thought. Oh, but the red knight is dead. Shield is taking damage. So we've got him down to about half health with 2 heroes, which is pretty powerful. I think, I don't know, I want you to be able to probably beat the boss with 2 heroes. So it's all over. All over Red Rover. And it's supposed to show up the game over screen, but that is also bugged out. And why, you may ask, are those things bugging out? Well, they were working last video, but what I've been doing is, because I'm preparing for the dungeon stuff, which I'm actually beginning, what is it, Thursday? Probably start on it tomorrow, and at least certainly by next week I'll be in the thick of building the dungeon stuff and preparing the demo, of course. The dungeon won't really feature in the demo, but I at least want to have like a screenshot from it or a taste of it. But what I'm doing is I'm separating out the character class. This is for the programmers among you who sort of get the stuff into like a character that has a tower character and a dungeon character, and they both inherit from the main character class. Same with, there's a game world, and there'll be a dungeon world and a tower world, and they both have all characters have a heal ability, all characters have gain experience and so on, but only the tower character can recognize what platform they're on and that kind of stuff. It's inheritance and something I should have brought in from the beginning, but I didn't think I was going to have the dungeon section in the beginning, so there you go. Not that interesting if you're not into the programming side of things, but I know that a lot of you guys who watch my channel are interested, so there you go. The more you know. All right, my friends, this is about time to wrap this up. But just quickly, Tower Shield, of course, has a Steam page now, and I would really, really appreciate it if you like what you saw. Please wishlist the game. I got 8,000 subs. If even 10% of you subbed, wishlist the game, that would be a huge bump. Even 1% of you guys, because I need all the wishes I can get. I'm really hoping that the demo that comes out in a few weeks can start driving that along, and then we start appearing in festivals and so on. But right now, the wishlist count is a bit lethargic, so I really want to increase that. That's it for today. Thank you all for joining me on the channel. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't before. Welcome to all new people who came from the Game Dev Day in the Life video. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it's a good little insight. I had a lot of fun making that, I got to say. That was a time consuming, but something for posterity, and I had a lot of fun with that. All right, next video you'll see from me we're talking about the dungeon stuff. I really want to get into that. I've got a little interesting sort of thing I want to show you guys next week. This is my original Gauntlet 2 manual, photocopied from 1989. We're going to get into this Gauntlet. Okay, until next time, my friends, bye for now.